back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I am continuing with my Pokemon Blue Complete Pokedex journey. So in my last episode, we caught a Snorlax, and we also added a new Pokemon to our party, which is Jinx, that we acquired in a trade. In this episode, I have a couple of new Pokemon that I used assets from my red playthrough as well to get, and that is a Wigglytuff, a Clefable, and also a Poliwrath, using all stones that I acquired in my red playthrough and traded over to blue. So adding them to my other Pokemon, we now have 53 Pokemon owned out of 94 seen. And so in this particular episode, we're going to head over to routes 12 and 13, and we are going to take on all of the Pokemon that are over there as we head down to Fuchsia City. So we have Lola, our new Jinx that we added in my last episode, as well as our existing party. We're going to continue to work on leveling all of them up. And this is pretty much it for our party. The only Pokemon I currently don't have is Diglett, and once we finish off the gym in Fuchsia, we will have the option to have all 6 Pokemon in our current party. I do have a Firestone as well, should my Vulpix actually reach level 35 and learn Flamethrower. And I've decided that I'm not going to have a 6th Pokemon other than Ducks. So essentially, Ducks will be my 6th Pokemon at level 5. So I will try to finish the game with only 5 main Pokemon. So as we head down this route to the south, we're going to take on this Fisherman. And he has some Magikarp. Now he doesn't have a full party of Magikarp, but he does have a couple Magikarp. And really, I don't want to waste any good moves on Jinx, taking out these Magikarp. So I'm going to switch over to some of my other Pokemon, because Magikarp really are not worth that many experience points. They have, I believe, the lowest yield of experience in the game, typically under 100, or about 100 to 200 experience points, essentially regardless of level. And so even if I do take them out with Jinx and use my high power moves such as Ice Beam or Psychic, Jinx is really not going to get that much out of them, even though Jinx will get boosted experience. But it is enough experience to level up my Squirtle, and we are one more level away from leveling Squirtle up and getting Squirtle to evolve into Wartortle. So let's take on that second Magikarp, and then we will grab the item that was in this little alcove here, this little walled off area of trees that this fisherman found himself in. I'm not sure how he got in there. I doubt Magikarp had cut, and so I don't know if he jumped over the trees or what happened to get him in here. Maybe he came in here to fish, fell asleep, and the tree grew in the way while he was in here. So he should be thanking me, because I actually saved him by cutting this place open for him so that he can escape and continue to catch Magikarp with his old rod. There we go. First trainer defeated on this particular route with his weird mouth. And no, we do not want you to evolve just yet. One more level, Squirtle, and then you can evolve. Yeah, they are pretty weak until they reach level 20. You get an Iron, which boosts defense if you use it on one of your Pokemon. I'll give you one more chance to escape this area of Purgatory here by cutting open that tree. And then we'll take on this next trainer, who wants to know if we have a Moonstone. One of the reasons why I did trade over my Pokemon to red, such as Clefable and also Wigglytuff, was I wanted to use the Moonstones in that particular game to evolve them. Because you do only get a couple of Moonstones in each playthrough, and you do need at least 4 of them if you want all of the Moonstone evolutions, which are the Nidorans, both male and female, and then also Jigglypuff and Clefairy. Fortunately, we have gotten those. We don't have to worry about them. We still have to do the Nidoran lines, and we'll get to them eventually. But you are going to notice in this episode how quickly Lola is going to level up. with that boosted experience. Traded Pokemon really are awesome in that respect. They level very quickly. Now, I believe the trade-off is you have to be concerned about whether or not they're going to level too quickly and get past your limits when it comes to badge levels as we reach Route 12 here, the grass. A lot of existing Pokemon. You can catch a Gloom and also a Weeping Bell, but also a brand new Pokemon, which is Venonat. And so we can currently have Pokemon that are traded up to level 50. And we will not reach that for a long time. We will actually probably have all of the gym badges collected by the time we reach level 50 with our Pokemon. I typically only have Pokemon around level 55 to 60 when I take on the Elite Four, so it shouldn't be too difficult to make sure we're not over-leveling. But I guess we'll have to be careful with that, because I don't typically use traded Pokemon when I play this game. So a lot of water Pokemon with this particular trainer. Let's switch over to our Jolteon and start blasting them with electricity. Obviously, if I had a grass Pokemon, I could use that as well. But I don't typically use grass Pokemon that often, simply because they tend to have very low speed. Here's Horsey. Pretty limited in Gen 1. We haven't gotten the third evolution yet of the Horsey line. That didn't come around until Gen 2. Well, you didn't really mess up there. You just took on a trainer that was better than you. Yes, and Carbos is one of the best stat boosters in the game. Speed is pretty much the most important stat, other than special in my opinion. And here we have a Bird Keeper. I wonder what he's going to have. Oh, Bird Pokemon. That's surprising. Jinx is going to be good against all of the Bird Pokemon on this route because of her Ice Beam. And so that's going to take down all of the Bird Pokemon pretty quickly. We don't have any extreme Bird Pokemon. They're all going to be in the mid-20s to high 20s. And so they're going to go down pretty much with one Ice Beam each. Just like the Bird Keeper did. Yes, your bird combo did lose. Sorry about that. Yes, they look happy as they're getting knocked out. Be glad you're not playing a Nuzlocke. Otherwise, they would be dead. Dead, dead, dead. Alright, and now I'm going to head back to the Pokemon Center and heal before I continue onward and take on all of these trainers that I still have to do. So we're back after healing in Lavender. We're going to continue to take on these trainers, which include a few beauties, I believe, with their more common Pokemon. You may notice that she moved back to her original spot, and that is because, unfortunately, Jinx got KO'd by their Rattata, who got off a lucky quick attack that did a ton of damage when it criticaled. And Jinx just really has low defense. This trainer doesn't know anything about Pokemon. They just like the cool ones, whatever that means. All the Pokemon are cool, right? Well, some of the Pokemon aren't cool. I would say Dunsparce isn't that cool, in my opinion. But my badges, they are cool. Yes, I did. From gym leaders, you are correct. That is how this game works. You take on gym leaders to get badges. Get all the badges, and then you can take on the Elite Four. Or, you know, other things that you can do in later Pokemon. Such as the big crazy tournament in Pokemon Sword and Shield. That was weird when I took that on recently. And then we do have a hidden item here. By clicking on this post over here, we get a Calcium, which I believe increases Special. Another one of the really great stat boosters, depending on the type of Pokemon you're using. And this sign says, look to the left of that post. What do you mean, look to the left? I mean, you have to look left when you click on the post to find it. But saying look to the left of the post doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, flying would be kind of cool. That would be a pretty awesome superpower, I suppose. Can we look to the left again? Well, we can, but if we look down, we will find the other hidden item on this route. That is the 2 hidden items on this particular way down to Fuchsia. I healed again, and now we're going to head up here and check out the grass that is in this particular area. And you're going to find pretty much all the same Pokemon as on Route 12. Great time to finally tell us how to switch items in the item window. In case I guess you didn't have the manual with the game. I still have my manual. And here on Route 13, you can start catching the rare Ditto, which is an interesting Pokemon. I've never used it. All it has is Transform, which allows it to turn into whatever Pokemon it's battling, including with its stats. And then we're going to take on another bird Pokemon trainer. But if you are using the Fly/Mew glitch, Ditto is actually a way to essentially acquire any Pokemon you want in the game. So basically what you do is you find the special stat of the corresponding Pokemon that you want to catch using the glitch. And then you go into a battle with Ditto. Make sure the Pokemon with the stat is the first Pokemon in your party slots. You have Ditto transform into that Pokemon. You defeat it, and then you finish off the glitch. And that will activate when you head back to wherever you started the glitch from. And you'll be able to catch essentially whatever Pokemon you want. Now, we don't necessarily want to learn Ice Punch. We already have Ice Beam. We could replace Pound with it, but I like to have Pound around just in case. And replacing it with 2 of the same elemental attacks. Ultimately, I'm going to want probably a neutral physical attack at some point to replace Pound. We'll see what we end up doing with Jinx for that 4th move slot. But I might use that Ditto part of the glitch to actually catch at least one more Pokemon with the glitch, and that is a Kangaskhan, which can be really brutal to try to catch in the Safari Zone down in Fuchsia. And unfortunately, it is not available from any of the natural trainer battles we're going to be coming across. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just try to catch and get very lucky getting a Kangaskhan when we get to the Safari Zone. Who knows? Here's hoping, right? I'll have my fingers crossed. And hopefully you'll all cross your fingers too for me. There will be a couple of Pokemon I want to catch in the Safari Zone. Some of them easier to find than others, and of course easier to catch than others with the Safari Balls. But we'll get into all of that once we get to Fuchsia, and I'll give you a little bit of a tutorial on how to go about catching Pokemon in the Safari Zone. But our Jinx is already up to level 32. It's almost caught up to the rest of our Pokemon. Take on a Doduo here. Another pretty interesting bird Pokemon. It can learn Fly, somehow, even though it doesn't have wings. Even when it turns into its evolution of Dodrio. And it's pretty much in line with Spearow/Fearow for a good bird Pokemon that you can use in this generation. Tends to be more of that glass cannon type that I like. High speed and also high attack. And they are physical attacks, flying type moves. So that is the stats you want to focus on. And that trainer said, if you want to teach your Pokemon good moves, you need to use TMs, because they're not going to learn good moves naturally. I don't know about that. And this trainer says, I need to learn better moves. Well, apparently you need to find some TMs. Or, check out your handy Pokemon strategy guide to learn what moves you need to learn naturally by leveling. This guy notes that HMs are pretty rare, which is interesting, because you basically need certain HMs to progress in this game, so how do the people get around? I guess not everybody knows how to surf. Some of the dialogue from water Pokemon trainers does seem to indicate, at least in this generation, the idea is that Pokemon naturally learn how to swim. So they, I guess, naturally learn surf. But not when it comes to our Pokemon. You need to have the HM, and we don't have it yet. We won't get it until we get to Fuchsia. But we are almost there, and we're going to get it pretty soon. As Alola goes up to 34. She's now right in line with the rest of my party members. Yeah, you want to teach them the same element type as their natural affinity, because then you will get stab bonuses, same type attack bonuses. But that is it for this episode. This is the last trainer. We're going to take on the rest of the trainers on this route to Fuchsia in my next episode. So as always, viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for the continued support. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next time as we finish off Route 14 and 15, and we head into Fuchsia proper, and see what Fuchsia has to offer. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.